HappyThumbsGaming. Booyakashaw.
What is up, everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and we've got another LEGO Harry Potter Years 5 through 7 video for you. In fact, this one happens to be Fiendfyre Frenzy Story. That's right, it's level 22. We are creeping up on that final 24th level, and for completing this one, we're actually going to get a trophy achievement called Wit Beyond Measure. We're going to shoot for that true wizard requirement of around 80k, but as you might have noticed, the old gold brick status, we're probably not going to get that. So, look out, Ron and Hermione holding hands. Wait, Harry, where are you going? All right, here we go. We're trying to track down old Harry and trying to save him from those foes that are trying to jump him in the old room of requirement. But as you can see, we start off with Ron and Hermione. We're going to go off to the right-hand side and use the old Weasley box with Ron, which is going to make a firework go bang. And look at that, it drops down a fan. That's a weird item to drop out of the sky. But this is the room of requirement, which is like a giant storage facility. So it pretty much has all sorts of things up in here, although the game portrays a lot more stuff than what I remember in the movies. But all right, as you notice that there was an item that fell out of the painting after we had the fan there. We go ahead and swoop that up, and then we went ahead and took out the silver leg of the table there with Reducto to go ahead and give us the second item. So we have actually slam dunked 2 of the 3 items needed, and as you probably noticed, there was a cauldron in the bottom right corner that we went ahead and activated by using, I think it was just Leviosa. I'm not exactly sure what we targeted it with, but we nailed it and it came out, and look at that, booyakashow. We got the old red spider, and speaking of booyakashow, it actually blew open a big old pathway for us to get through. And check this out, we have one of those little bookcase puzzles, and we're gonna go ahead and knock this out right quick, and once we get it right, it pukes out a bunch of bricks. And look at that, we've got a whole bunch. Ooh, what's this? It's a cross. Oh, it's a shield. That's right, we gotta hand it over to the knight in shining armor, that is. And look at that, he's gonna go ahead and present us with a nice little I guess it's a place to stand on that'll get us up top to the old Quibbler dispenser. And we got our 3D goggles on, that's right, the Spectre specs, to go ahead and see what's cracking down below. Look at that, we found some bricks and we're building them up into a catapult. Some more wacky stuff coming out of nowhere here. So we're gonna go ahead and use Leviosa to wind it up, and ba-boing, look at that, we launched it, and it's raining studs. Hallelujah, it's raining studs. All right, now you're gonna wanna switch to Ron and use the Deluminator, and there's a lamp on the left side right after you've crossed through the exploding wall there, and on the far right side, right behind the table with all the food on it, you're gonna go ahead and use the Deluminator lamp to light up that side, which actually presents a nice feast, and all of the knights blocking our path come and get their eat on. Ooh, such a pretty tiara. Not exactly sure what it is, but we need to take it out. It's a Horcrux. So we're going to start off by manipulating this tube in the back. Now, of course, there are a couple of bones sitting alongside there. One found in a treasure chest and one sitting along the side. And, yeah, we're not going to mess with those as one of them is related to some free playage. But, yeah, we're going to switch to Reducto and head to the right side of the area. Notice that the area is blocked off on the far right. So we're going to take out the old scales. And there's 3 items that need to be targeted. And once we get it all the way and tip the scales all the way down, we can actually grab the piece of the tube that we can carry over and place on, and of course set Crookshanks loose. And I'm sure old Pidgewiggin would work too. And oh, back to the old tiara. Woohoo, Harry, woohoo!
Huh? What?
Alright, so this section was not my favorite section because as soon as I made that first jump, I actually saw my game freeze and I had to restart the whole level all over again. It was terrible, but as it turns out, it was pretty easy to get back through there, and I was a little bit more efficient on my second time through. Other than that moment, I really didn't dislike this area. As you can see, there's a house crest there requiring some dark magic, and we've got lots of fire. That's right, there's fire all over the place. We need to put it out with the old Aquamenti spell, and look at that. She's doing pretty good, hosing it down. And let's see here, we're going to switch on, oh, I guess we didn't need to switch spells, did we? Oh, but once we get all the way to the far end, we see this crazy fiery dragon come through here. And watch out, because he's kind of messing things up. And look at that, he's flipped a car on its lid. And yeah, we find that we can lift it up with Leviosa and get our buddies across. And then I try to make a jump for it, and it does not work. I guess I needed to wait a little bit longer for them to lift it up. But I solved that puzzle and prevented it from happening again by simply switching to one of them who was already on the right side. Or I guess technically it's the left side, but the correct side is what I was going for. So, all right, all the way at the end, we smash and rebuild some of the bricks. And we get ourselves a nice little stairway up top. And oh no, here comes that. Ooh, it's a lion. Rawr. And luckily for us, we were on the upper deck, and we're going to go ahead and put out some more fires. And look at this, we find a nice Weasley box. So we switch on over to Ron, and he opens the box. And look at that, we've got a firework. So it's like 4th of July come early. Bam! That's right. We have knocked off a whole bunch of stuff. And look at that, we got ourselves a baboinger. We could go ahead and baboing all the way over to the far right and destroy the cabinet, or knock it, spin it around, I should say. I was going to say knock it down because I thought I knocked it over. But it turns out it just spins to win. And you go ahead and it looks like it's got some red on it. So you're going to have to hit it with Defendo. And well, I'm not sure exactly what this is. This is a weird shape. But as it turns out, it ends up being some bricks that we can build into a ladder. So I guess that's what they were trying to build. Once we get to the top, it actually has one more little swooping dragon moment. And yeah, guess what? Cutscene! All right, you guys are going to have to forgive me starting right now, and that's because I totally messed this area up. It does take me an extra minute or two than it would probably take the average person, but so as it turns out, there are 3 different I don't know, pillars, pedestals, areas, however you want to look at it. And in fact, this one right here, as you can see, has an airplane that I built up out of some bouncing bricks, easy for me to say. And then I go crazy trying to destroy all this stuff, and I'm just determined that some of this stuff is going to break, and I'm going to be able to build something with it. And if you notice, for like a half a second there, I got a triangle icon to pop up next to my broom, but notice that there was not one popping up next to that airplane. So I kind of get impatient and I run off and I make it to that middle pillar. And as you can see, there was immediately some bricks that I can build up, and I make some sort of, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of a water pump or something. So I'm going to fill it up with Aquamenti. And it works great. So I'm like, all right, cool. So clearly I have 3 of these pumps that I need to build, as I can tell from the top of my screen. And I've checked one of them off. So that must mean that there's one on the right and one on the left. Right? Well, it's totally true. However, I struggle with that airplane on the far left, and I'll show you a little bit more here in a second. But on the far right, we actually destroy everything in sight, and as it turns out, there is one of the serpent puzzles, and we're gonna go ahead and hop on our old broomstick and go ahead and see what's cracking. Harry, of course, can manipulate these and work them quite well. And for us, it was blue, yellow, green, red. Now for you, it's probably gonna be a little bit different, but who knows? Maybe you have the same pattern as us. And look at that, we got it right, and puked out a bunch of bricks, and we're gonna build those up into what appears to be the second water pump. And yeah, there was an extra piece we had to apply, and oops, I forgot to fill it up, and I tried to do the old switcheroony to avoid me from falling. But notice I'm standing right on top of it, and there is no triangle or any kind of indication that I can mount that, right? Right? You saw that, right? Okay, so I'm going to head back over to the far right, and I'm going to fill it up with Aquamenti. It doesn't matter which character you use. In fact, I probably could have switched to Hermione and filled it up, but in fact, I should have, because Ron struggles terribly with this. It's certainly a funny angle, and I'm not sure what is going on, but I'm trying to target the broom. Like, I'm clearly aiming at this Aquamenti tank, but it's moving and shooting towards the broom. I don't know. I'd love to say it was not me, but it's probably user error in some way, shape, or form. But all right, 2 check marks and 2 water pumps going. Now I'm gonna head over to this far left side again and see what I can see. And look, there's a triangle indicating for me to hop on the broom, but not on the plane. And I promise you, in the end, that's what it is. It ends up being that we have to hop on the plane and fly it out. It crashes into this big wall of stuff, knocks it all down, gives me the final bricks needed in order to build the third pump. But as you can see, I'm only getting a triangle icon for the far left, or the brooms. I guess it's not the far left side. So I'm like, ooh, maybe there's something else over. And I find this, look at this. I find another platform out here, and I build up a bunch of stuff, and as it turns out, wait a minute, that's free playage stuff. There's a character token. We got to save that for later. We don't want that. In fact, we might need it, but we don't want it, not yet. And, all right, we're going to head back over to the far left side, and that's not doing it for me. So I'm kind of flying around like, all right, there's got to be another area or maybe something. And then I see this item down below. It's like a teddy bear or something. And I'm like, all right, I got to target that. That's got to be it. That's the only thing that I haven't done. And nope, I can't do that either. But as I promised already, it has everything to do with this airplane right here. And for whatever reason, it's not giving me an icon to mount it. But I'm blasting, I'm moving, I'm shucking and a jiving. And all of a sudden, wait a minute. Maybe I can get on it. Let me try to get on it. Maybe? No. We might be a little short of that yet still. I told you, this was terrible. And look, I'm like thinking, okay, maybe I can get on it. Nope. I'm Alcomenti. Nope, don't take it out. Like, I just thought it was a funny angle over here, too. Nope. Look at me. I am desperately trying everything because I did not want to replay this level again. As I've already mentioned, the game froze on me, and I had to replay it because of that. So I didn't want to play it a third time. And listen, to be completely honest, I did have to play it a third time. My very, very first time through, I actually freed the student in peril on accident, so I had to start that over. So I played that first, freed the student in peril, then had to come back. Then the game froze on me, and then third time's the charm, right? That's where I'm at right now, and I'm just like desperately trying anything and everything, and all of a sudden, look at that! No button pops up. I happened to hit triangle on accident. In fact, I think I was trying to retract old Pidgewidge in there, and look at that! It sends off the airplane, knocks it off, and booyakashow, we've got this chest of drawers here we can flip over, and it's got the pieces needed in order to build the final pump, and I gotta be honest, that was a pretty awesome feeling. It only took me about 5 extra minutes, but hey, when you're under the gun, it, you know, hey, that's right, pew pew, watch out, putting out the fire, and we're moving on! I won't lie, I'm glad that's over. That was a little embarrassing. But hey, level complete, free play unlocked, and we got that Wit Beyond Measure trophy achievement for completing the level. Look at that, we got 69, dude. We got almost there. Not quite, but oh, to the yeah, we've got ourselves 1,000,000 studs. That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna deceive you. I am pretty excited about that. We got a gold brick for completing the level as well, and that continued story is gonna mean one thing and one thing only. It's gonna lead us to this screen, and that means only one thing too. That's gonna wrap it up for Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7, level 22. Fiendfyre Frenzy? I don't remember how to say that. That was a weird word. It was like a Lord of the Rings term. So I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, you slaughtered that. Here's how you say it. And I greatly appreciate that because I got free play coming up and I would love to know how to say that properly. So anyhow, drop us a comment down below. Leave any likes, suggestions, requests, anything like that. And yeah, of course, we've got links all provided for you, including Facebook, Twitter, and you are probably already on YouTube. So we'll go ahead and just ask that you go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring that bell, that notifications bell that is, so you can go ahead and be notified when we upload videos. Hopefully someday they will allow us to create categories for our channel. That would be awesome, you know, so then you could subscribe, then you could be notified. But I know some of you guys have already played Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. You probably don't want all these story videos busted out on your phone or emails every 20 minutes when I upload one. So that being said, it'd be nice if we could like target playlists or something like that. So hey, YouTube, if you're listening, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. All right, for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time, which is not going to be long because we got level 23 and 24 coming up soon.